Hello, I'm James Nesbit, and we're going to talk about prophetic art for a minute. Prophetic art, what in the world is that? And how do we gain access to or delve into the beauty of that? So we'll talk about that for a minute. First of all, it always goes back to the Lord formed us all in our mother's womb. And when He formed us, He gave us gifts, all of us. Some it's writing, some it's with numbers, some it's with making beautiful things to eat, but it's all art. But for prophetic artists, what we do is we tell the beauty of the eternal life of the glorious Creator, our Father, His Son, and the Spirit who is holy. And so you can tell by people where they're at on their journey by what their art represents coming out of their heart or their being. Artists who don't know the King, their art still speaks, but it speaks darkness and it speaks death, not life. But our art speaks life, it speaks hope, it speaks grace, it speaks the beauty, and it speaks of the eternal end that we're all destined to have around our Father's throne. So that's what prophetic art does, is it prophesies or tells or encourages and exhorts us in the things of our eternal nature and our eternal life. So again, we're all gifted on the inside. Now, people ask me, well, how does your artwork come to you? Well, it comes in all kind of ways. One of the favorite things I like to do for me is I love those images that come to me right before I wake in the morning. I'll have an image in my heart or in my mind's eye, and I like to wake up and try to create what I've seen within me. Other times I'll be driving in nature, or I'll see something and it will inspire me. I'll see an image and I want to take what I've seen and create what I've seen with my shade or my color of character. And it's the same with you. Now see, like when I was a young man, I drew with pencil and pen and ink. I was afraid of color. But then later, when I overcame my fear of color, I started doing a lot of acrylic work. Some people like oils. Oil was too slow for me in my ADD difficulties, I guess. So I just want to wait around for no oil to dry. But in 1986, the Father prompted in my heart. It was the first time I saw computer art or art created by computers. And in my spirit, I heard, I want you to learn that. Now, I didn't buy a computer until 1994, and because they were expensive, and it was just whenever it worked out for me to get one. But Father knew in 1986, when I was supposed to buy a computer in 1994, when that would happen. So it was a Macintosh, and it was 750 megs was the hard drive. That was how big the computer was back then. So very slow, very painful. And I learned with a lot of mistakes. I back into more stuff than I walk into forward. But whatever the Father gives you as your tool, some it might be cutting out paper. Some it might be, I love the thing they're doing now with the pouring of the color on canvas and mixing it with oil and some waters and creating these beautiful things. Art is as vast as the universe, and people who create, they have that same vastness within them. But Father, He wants us to just manifest what He gives us through your particular filter and color and the beauty of your heart. So prophetic art is just letting, like a little child, just letting whatever He shows you come through your heart. I enjoy, as I'm creating this, asking Him, okay, Father, what are we going to do today and what's next? A matter of fact, when I'm doing music these days, we do most of our music by just asking the Lord what key He wants to play in today. And then we'll just play in that key, and then we'll just sing what He shows us in that beauty of that moment. That's another aspect of prophetic art. So whether it be pottery, whether it be songwriting, whether it be poetry, making movies, now with the ability to make movies, if I was a young man, I'd be steady making videos day and night, because it's a beautiful way to bring life and movement to art. So that's just our short little synopsis today on what prophetic art is to me.